Hi, my name is Steve King. I'm with the City of Wenatchee Community and Economic Development Department. In 2008, we rebuilt Walla Street down on our waterfront with some fairly constrained conditions. Walla Street was within a 50-foot right-of-way. Much of it already had sidewalk, and we rebuilt the entire roadway. In order to provide stormwater treatment, we built a linear swale system along both sides of the street that you see in the background. This system was a little bit ahead of its time in that we didn't really have any design guidelines, and so what we did is we built this system with the intent of trying to infiltrate as much water as we could. There are overflow catch basins in the case of extreme rainfall events. If you look down here to my right, you'll see that we have a curb cut here, and the sediments, garbage, whatnot flows into the swale, is strained out, soaks in, and hopefully at the end of the day, clean water is leaving the stormwater system out to the Columbia River. We also, in order to provide some biotreatment and some vegetation, some nice amenities to the street, we provided some fescues and daylilies, which are drought resistant. These plants don't need very much water. We occasionally water it with, run a water truck by to provide water in the hottest months of the summer, but normally we don't have to provide an irrigation system for a system like this. And this seems to be working pretty well. The challenges with a system like this is cleaning. There's really no automated way to clean the system. And we have to also watch out for weeds. In eastern Washington, weeds can be very aggressive, and so we do have to apply mild herbicides from time to time to keep the weed control down. Okay, we're down here on Riverside Drive, which was built in 2009-2010, and this has a little different LID approach than what we saw over on Walla Street. We have here right in front of us pervious pavers. The idea is that the sidewalk runoff does not mix with the street water, so it runs into the pervious pavers, infiltrates, and reduces the total volume of runoff. Because Wenatchee has very fine-grained soils and poor infiltration capacity, this pervious paver system had to be built on a substantial layer of gravel to allow for some storage capacity underneath the pavers. There are two elements to designing the swales with trees in them that that are really important in your design process. One is picking the right kind of tree, a tree that is resistant to waterlogged soils. As you can see here, some of our trees are suffering, and it's just something we've learned along the ways, and it's become a maintenance problem. The other part of it is making sure that the soil is designed correctly, at least in the root zone, to make sure there's proper infiltration capacity so that you try to minimize the amount of saturation in the root zone. Here on Riverside Drive, we also installed tree wells. Here behind me is a tree that's planted in a 4-foot by 4-foot concrete box with no bottom in it. We used a special soil to make sure the water infiltrated well, and the curb cuts provide an opportunity for stormwater running off the street just to flow directly into the tree wells. Again, watering the tree, at the same time treating the stormwater. Irrigation is installed with these systems. It's just not enough water through the annual rainfall to keep these trees alive, so we do have to have a drip system with this system.